The factors affecting the rate of reactions are: number one, the concentration of the reactants, it is pressure in case of gases, second is temperature, and third is catalyst. Suppose we take a general chemical reaction. This is AA plus BB, it gives CC plus DD. Here A and B are reactants, C and D are products, and small a, b, c, d are the stoichiometric coefficients of A, B, C, D respectively. So rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of A raised to the power x and concentration of B raised to the power y. That means rate of reaction depends on the concentration of the reactants. And this x and y are experimentally determined values. These may not equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. So rate of reaction is equal to, we have to multiply a proportionality constant K, A raised to the power x and concentration B raised to the power y. Here K is called the rate constant. So rate of reaction is the rate constant multiplied by the concentration of reactant A raised to the power x and concentration of reactant B raised to the power y, where x and y are the experimentally determined values. This rate of reaction is also called the rate law or rate equation or rate expression. This implies that this rate law can be written in terms of the differential rate law. If we express the rate of equation in terms of the differential rate of change of concentration of the reaction, that is equal to K into AX BY. So this is called the differential rate law. Here are some examples. First example is 2NO plus O2 gives 2NO2. If we write the rate equation, then rate is equal to K into, this is the rate constant, multiplied by concentration of NO raised to power 2 and the concentration of O2. Here the coefficients of NO and O2 are the same as the stoichiometric coefficient, but this is not true in general. For example, in example 2, CaCl3 plus Cl2 gives CCl4 plus HCl, and rate expression gives rate equal to K into CHCl3 raised to power 1, and here the concentration of Cl2 is raised to power half. So this value is the experimentally determined value, and this is not equal to the stoichiometric coefficients of the reactant. Third example is CH3COOH2H5 plus H2O. This gives acetic acid CH3COH plus ethyl alcohol. And the rate equation is rate equal to K into concentration of CH3COCH2H5 and the concentration of H2O raised to power O. That means the rate does not depend on the concentration of the water. Order of a reaction is the sum of powers of concentration of reactants in rate law. We have taken an expression AA plus BB, which gives CC plus DD, and we have written rate law as rate equal to K into concentration of A raised to the power x and concentration of B raised to the power y. So order of this reaction will be the sum of the power of the concentration, that is x plus y, where x and y are the experimentally determined value. The order of a reaction can be 0, 1, 2, 3, or maybe a fraction. The zero order refers that rate of reaction is independent of concentration of reactants. If order is 1, we say reaction is first order. If order is 2, then reaction is called the second order reaction. And if order is 3, the equation is called the third order reaction. We have taken rate constant K, and K is equal to the rate divided by the concentration of A raised to the power x and concentration of B raised to the power y for the given chemical equation. So it is equal to, because concentration A and concentration B has the same unit, that is mole per liter, and rate is the change in the concentration per unit time. So we can write rate is concentration by time into 1 by concentration, and because A and B both are concentration, so it is having the value raised to power x plus y, and x plus y is the order of the reaction, say it is n. So we can write it is equal to concentration or by time divided by 1 by concentration of n, or we can also write it as concentration of power minus n plus 1 divided by time. So now we can find the unit of the rate constant for the zero order reaction, first order reaction, second order reaction, and so on. For zero order reaction, n equal to 0. For first order reaction, n is equal to 1. Second order reaction, n is equal to 2. If we put the value of n 0, then K will have the unit of concentration by time. Therefore, it will be mole per liter per second. Similarly, if we take first order reaction, substituting the value of n equal to 1, then concentration becomes minus 1 plus 1, that is 0. So it have the unit of 1 by time. So it is equal to per second. Similarly, for second order reaction, the K have the unit of concentration minus 1 divided by time. So unit will be equal to per mole liter per second.